Now, if someone offered to give you 6 ounces of something, any idea how much you'd be getting? What about £8? Know how much that is? Or maybe you're more metric orientated and prefer to buy your sausages in kilos. Sounds quite a lot.
I've no idea. I'm generally very confused, and if you are, you have to get used to it. The European Commission's allowing Britain to keep its imperial measurements, but we can also keep using the metric system too, meaning we need to keep using 2 measurement systems.
So, a victory for the British way of doing things, or just a recipe for disaster? Let's talk to Derek Pollard from the UK Metric Association. So, Derek, you'd have just the one system, would you?
Yes, the founders of the metric system thought one system for all people, everywhere, for all time, and that's really the way we think.
You didn't reckon on the Americans, did you?
The Americans have got enough clout to insist that countries that want to trade with them use their system, but I think eventually, as almost every other country in the world uses the metric system, the Americans will eventually come round. The auto industry, the car manufacturing industry, has gone metric because the Americans had difficulty sourcing spares from the rest of the world, and I think it won't be too long before they see sense and fall in line with the rest of the world.
Those who support having both systems say this is just Europe forcing metrication down people's throats. Why should they force out a system that we've used for centuries?
Europe has complicated a simple issue. The metric system is now a global system, and Britain should be using it. We are a global trading nation, and we should be using a similar system to the rest of the world. Europe's intervention here has rather complicated the issue and enabled British politicians to hide behind the European Commission and say it's not our decision. It is Britain's decision. Britain has got to make its mind up to adopt a single system of measurement. That's our view.
But we haven't got one, Derek, have we? I mean, how far, whereabouts do you live?
I live in North London.
North London. How far from the centre is that?
About 9 kilometres.
Okay.
I could see that trap coming.
It's a few miles, isn't it? What do you drink overnight? You have something of lager?
No, I make up a quarter litre of Ovaltine for my wife.
No, you don't.
How much is that then?
We all still talk about pints.
We do.
We fill up with gallons of petrol. Some people still do it at the pump, even though there's this strange meter going around.
There's confusion here because the Americans also fill up with gallons, but their gallon is 20% less than ours.
It is, isn't it? And their mile is different from ours as well, isn't it?
Their mile is the same, but all their liquid measures, gallons, pints, quarts, fluid ounces, are different, and also their tonne is 10% less, their hundredweight is 10% less, their stones they don't have. So one has to be very careful that when people give you what you think may be imperial measurements, that they're not American measurements, which means something less. There really is only room for one system in the world, and I think the Americans are complicating things unnecessarily, and Britain's dither also in deciding on a single system has made life more difficult for us.
Well, Derek, one thing we agree on is minutes, and we've run out of them. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.